this time, no technical issues on any side. So it looks like both teams are set up and ready to go, and we should be able to jump on in at any second. So this should be one of our more competitive matches. Both these teams are considered some of the top programs in California when it comes to Overwatch. Fresno State in the Legends Division, UCLA eSports in the Champions Division, just one division below. And here we go. We are now entering onto Oasis.
Welcome to Oasis.
Where after like the previous one, last time UCLA took over on Oasis, they won 2-0 against Cal Poly. So the question is, are they going to be able to repeat that performance, just gain off to a strong start and continue momentum forward, or is Fresno State going to be able to get some pushback on in? We will be able to find out in 10 seconds as we are slowly waiting for the teams to assemble their heroes. Once again, for UCLA, it is going to be Sebastian on the tank, Atrophy and Chingus going to be on the DPS, Algernon and Bakers as the support. As for Fresno State, you have Sundown being the main tank for the night, KCB and Tsushime going to be the DPSs, with Venari and PB4 taking over on the supports.
Don't put words
Both
in
teams
my
getting
mouth.
prepped to attack and be set up and ready to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take off as we are taking things over and making our way through. Sundown plowing his way through on the Reinhardt. He's gonna be set up and taking over that dive already off rip right into the entrance doorway. Both teams have been already point at the moment, but Sundown KCB is going to come on through and already Fresno State is holding something by his back. As that is 4 of the 5 members for UCLA, and off rip, Fresno State is going to be able to maintain control of the point.
Hello.
In the meantime, we do have a little bit of a composition change coming on in for the side of UCLA. We got the Ramonster coming on in right now. Coming on in as well. Prior to counteracting against the positive focus at the moment, up on the high ground, but Chingus, the main key player for UCLA, there he is. Are making impressive though that they're able to fire back and follow on paying their way on through, and that is going to be a good sweep for the side of UCLA, and they're going to be able to contest. They are going to be able to maintain point of the objective. At the moment, we only have one ultimate available. That is on the side of Fresno State with Venari. The Nano Boost will
Take everything from you.
Trying to contest their, but UCLA clean sweeps Fresno State, leaving only PB up and alive. As UCLA win the team fight and are going to be able to take over the lead. However, 3 ultimates are available for Fresno State. The Death Boss as well. UCLA maintaining up on higher elevation. Similar to how they start off. Already with the overclock, able to get a second. And already the TPS from Fresno State plowing their way on through with KCB able to get 3. And with that, that is a quick team kill coming on in for Fresno State. Only 2 ultimates disclosed. And with that, UCLA stops at 68%, 1% away from a perfect number. But for the moment though, Fresno State is going to be able to boost up their numbers though, so the Death Box is still available as well. You have to be cautious though, as the Deadeye is also available alongside. As the Death Box is coming on through, as Tsushime able to get 1, but won't get no more than that. Sebastian though, in his form is able to get 2, and Astro Hippie with 3 off his own overclock is going to be able to help out UCLA. Quick to gain back that objective lead.
You know what's happening.
The Jedi still up and available for UCLA as well. Sound barrier is going to be mostly available for PC board as he is reaching 95%. However, drop is also available as well for UCLA. Back to and the beat drop comes on. And that's unfortunately on back. Benari trying to attack in from the back line, but after stay on the objective. Keeping pushing on through though is going to be able to help out Sundown at the moment. And Fresno State, they are going to be reluctant enough to be able to maintain objective control once more. Fresno State 20% away to overtime on their hands. KTV 2/3 away from his overclock. We saw what damage he saw in previous times. Right now, the annihilation is through as that annihilation is running, and it is doing some major damage. As both of them are 99%, but I don't think Fresno State will be able to retake objective, and that's going to be the first one going in favor of UCLA.
Score 1-0.
It's going to be 1-0 in the hands of UCLA after the being a phenomenal part in addition to
Someone needs to fill this out.
The mother's work is never done.
And as we look at the team compositions heading into the second round, we are looking at Astro Hippie going to be back on the Symmetra. Shakers may potentially up on the Genji would be our first time seeing things for him. In addition to that, we are also seeing some other teams coming on in from the side of Fresno State. We are looking at the record box coming on in, and KCB going to be jumping on in on the Sombra, and Sushime going to be jumping on in on the Tracer. And Minari back on into something of Mid-Kid. Dragging on in from the side. Minari coming on in. That was a major part in their championship victory. In the NECC after and that's coming on with the record ball, right? The takedown, return, but won't be able to be enough as UCLA are able to get 3, and they're forcing their way on forward, and similar to the way they did against Cal Poly, they are going to push on through, and that is the first objective jumping on the side of the They're going to sweep up the rest of the team that's on the objective. 42 is all going to be UCLA is going to get at the moment. And following that big fight we just saw, a few ultimates going to be available. 2 that are going to be available for the side of UCLA. And our just have to get some available. So it'll just be a matter of that annihilation comes into play. As the air on the side of UCLA. Rowing his way on through with the Ramatra. And he was going down after his ultimate being used.
My ultimate's almost ready.
It's not going to be enough for the dogs to be able to stop it, as UCLA are going to be back on up, and shortly after getting the lead, UCLA gains their right back. The territory, however, is also available for Fresno State. Deadeye, and this to a sound barrier as well. Fresno trying to attack on the side. He does use just tried to come on through, but it's going to be now. Overclock activated. He is going to be able to kill right now. Fresno is going to stay back. They do have another advantage. KCB making his presence known as he gets a
They
third.
still haven't seen my ace.
And with that final kill coming on in from Benari, that's going to be Fresno going to be able to maintain control once again. And Fresno State, they still have 2 ults available. The Deadeye still available, and the Terror Surge still available. But UCLA, they're quickly getting back ults, and I'm keeping an eye on Sebastian. As Annihilation has just been decimating Fresno State here for the most part in the past 2 maps. That was pretty back to UCLA victory here on map 1. And here we go, we have the Terror Surge up and available, but that Deadeye's gonna capitalize for 3. A phenomenal Terror Surge just perfectly setting up Tsushima, the newest member of the Fresno State Overwatch team. And right now, at the moment, it's just Fresno State maintaining control. And they're gonna be reaching 90%, 10% of the way from possibly equalizing this match. And UCLA, they're making the switch. Even despite being close to having the Annihilation available, it won't be enough though. As they made the switch to Wrecking Ball to be able to advance on into the site, but it won't be enough. Fresno State is going to equalize it. And now we're all tied up 1-1. I did love the composition change coming on in from Fresno State there, especially Sundown coming on in to the Orisa. A nice thing to see there. Also love seeing KCB on the Sojourn as well. I thought that was a really good pickup. And even having Benari coming back onto a comfort pit of Kiriko, Benari very dangerous. And especially with that main objective healer with Kiriko able to take major damage. But I am going to give props to UCLA. Chinggis once again making his presence felt. I did like the idea of Sebastian coming back on the Ramatra, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Which does bring us over to the third one. Chinggis already trying to get some damage here, and is going to get a little bit of some done. But Sundown, he's attacking that back line, but he's going to get slept. He's going to be able to, he's going to have to be forced to kind of back out of there. Right now, at the moment, both teams just exchanging on through. KCB playing more of a position back, but in the meantime, though, UCLA, they're the ones that are getting more picks at the moment. Numbers are in their favor. They're going to be up 2, make it 4 at the moment. And Sundown, being antsied, is going to be forced to play on back, and UCLA are going to maintain control of the objective once more. And Sundown, we're not going to question anything. We didn't see anything, so we're not going to figure out what happened. In the meantime, though, Fresno State is going to be waiting for their team to be able to get a push on through. Ooh, Tsushima with a fantastic kill there. This may be the control they need. And Tsushima able to get 2 more. And that's the push Fresno State needed as they're plowing their way on through. And now Fresno State, they're going to finally be able to maintain objective control here. But the damage might have already been done for UCLA as they're already getting close to a couple ultimates. The Nano Boost getting very close. The Deadeye from Chinggis very close as well. But Tsushima, off a phenomenal second team fight, is going to be very close to unlocking his Deadeye as well. We'll see when both of those come into play, but Chinggis showing that Tsushima isn't the only Cassidy on the server that can do some major damage. As right now the Deadeye is going to come into play from Tsushima. It's not going to go for anything. The D.Va diving on through, and it's going to be able to get 2. And UCLA, they're going to be able to win the team fight. And once more, they lose the lead, but are able to gain it right back. And Fresno State waiting for every single member to respond. We are seeing a composition change. We are seeing the Orisa back on into play. Alongside Orisa, we are seeing Tsushima going to be switching on over to the Hanzo. The Death Blossom is going to be available for KCB. The Kiss and Rush closely available as well. Recon darts coming on through. Shots, a couple headshots coming on through, but no kills at the moment. Death Blossom is now available as well. The Death Blossom coming on in from above, and he's able to secure on two. And a Recon Dart getting Makers, and with that, Fresno State, they're pushing UCLA back, and they're going to maintain projected control once more. But they're not stopping at just the point. They're pushing them all the way back into spawn. As Tsushima able to get a kill here on Astro Hippie, and they are forcing UCLA all the way back. And even despite being anti, the Galo Suzu coming on in from Benari alongside the Kitsune Rush. The Deadeye is available for Chinggis, but Chinggis gonna be speared and pushed back coming on in from Sundown. But that little break of focus might be what UCLA needs as they're pushing their way on through the objective. Benari shuts down the UCLA DPS, but one tank being taken out for Fresno State. And now UCLA losing the lead, but do have an opportunity here. But Benari showing us support can do more than just one. Even despite falling off the map, the damage has already been done. He was able to take out two. But UCLA going to be able to maintain control of the objective, and Fresno State's momentum is going to stop at 93%. But Sebastian, he's stopping any chance Fresno State has, as they're close to tying things up, and we're looking at ultimates. The Bastion does have his available, and then Anabu's going to come on through as well, but Fresno State is going to come on through the B drop. Multiple members are going to be shielded, but Sundown's going to be antied. And Sebastian's going to capitalize off it, so Fresno State is going to be without a tank here for the short time being, and UCLA is going to make them pay. It's just going to be KCB up. The pulse bomb going to come on through, but it's not going to be enough. UCLA is going to win the overtime period, and they're going to win the first in this best of three. They're going to be up 1-0. A back and forth affair coming on in from both teams. And the play of the game is going to come on in from none other than Sebastian Sramatra. And coming on in from that second one, that Annihilation. Just phenomenal from his side. The amount of damage he's able to do. And I think we are going to be getting a little bit of a break. But in the meantime, you are watching the Collegiate Esports Clash coming on in from the Bakersfield Esports Center. Actually, let me see if we are getting a break. Give me a second to check real quick, chat. So sorry, I am back. I just had to check on what the map, what the plan is. I don't think we're having any subs coming on in at the moment, which means we are just going to be jumping straight in, I believe. We are just waiting for the map picks and bans. But I will say a strong showing from both teams there. UCLA's usage alongside the tank has just been phenomenal. Sebastian, no matter if it's with Ramatra or what we saw with that Diva there at the end, was just phenomenal play. In addition to that, though, Fresno State, even despite not having their full roster, no, they are missing crucial players. Like, they're missing their in-game leader, their captain, their main tank in Phoenix. In addition to that, they also don't have another key piece to the puzzle, which is Esteth and Zemp, two other key DPSs for them as well. And looking at the bans and picks, it looks like we are having Junkertown coming on into play. In addition to that, we are also going to be having a sub coming on in real quick, but I believe we are playing... Trying to figure out what we're playing. We're going to go ahead and have UCLA make their swap real quick. We are going to take a short little break as we are getting the players signed on in. But you are listening and watching to the Collegiate Esports Clash over here on the Bakersfield Esports Center, in live from the Bakersfield Esports Center as well. We are going to be back once we have all the players back in as well. Subs have been changed, maps have been picked, and water and G Fuel have been picked up on my end. In the meantime, though, all teams are set and ready to go. We did have an exchange coming on through. I believe we do have a new support coming on in for the side of UCLA. And during that meantime, we did also get our map ban and pick. Our map ban was Junkertown, and Havana is going to be our map pick for control. So we'll see how both teams play it on out. One thing to know about Fresno State, they are really focused on push. That is one like their main primary game mode. So it's a matter of if they do reach map 3, that last one is going to be very crucial on their end. In the meantime, though, we are making our way through the streets of Havana. And we look at team compositions. The Reinhardt going to be coming on in from Sebastian. Going to be our first time seeing that on the night. In addition to that, Astro Hippie and Chink is going to be back onto their picks of Symmetra and Cassidy. The Baptiste and the Lucio are going to be coming on in as well.
We're in for a smooth ride.
And as for the side of Fresno State,
right?
composition is going to be changed. I guarantee you PB Cord won't be on the Zenyatta for long. That's just to tease me. He knows
5,
me and my buddies do love Zenyatta a little bit.
2, 1.
And things kick off, and why is the Zenyatta still in play? And that's why he's not there for long, yes. Quickly, Fresno State gets taken out now. KCB is going to be forced to kind of shift away. And despite getting one, Fresno State is going to be kind of forced to play on back. In UCLA, they are forcing Fresno State attack into a very, very tough choke. Sundown, though, is going to be able to kind of contest here on Sebastian. And he's going to be able to get it, so now it's going to be UCLA without a tank. Tsushima going to be able to try to contest, and he's going to be able to do just that. But right now, both teams trading back and forth. As right now, it is currently a 3v3 situation, but Fresno State is going to be quicker to respond. So even despite Venari taking down Astro Hippie is going to be quick to get one exchanged out as well. No push on at the moment, but that's the problem with this map. You are stuck at a point and you will not move. So Fresno State finally going to be able to get out of this point. They're going to be able to finally push on through. And Tsushima able to get a kill on Chungus. That's going to be a key part. So that's one of the main DPSs for UCLA taken out. So if I'm Fresno State, I'm trying to get a move on. Trying to push on through. And right now, Sundown's trying to contest, and he's going to be able to do so thanks to Tsushima. And now it's just a matter of attacking that back line, and one after another are going down. That Moira going to be spotted by KCB and is going to be taken down, and that's a 5-player kill streak coming on in for the Dogs, and they're going to try to push on through. So despite taking a couple minutes, Fresno State were able to do whatever they could, and now they are maintaining the payload for just a little bit. And Earth Shatter is available on both tanks. And it's going to come on through, and one support goes down for UCLA. And Sundown's going to be able to pin Sebastian, and with that now Fresno State, I think they've started gaining momentum. They're starting to snowball a little bit. Chingus, the last man alive here for UCLA, on point. He's able to get a second, though. He's able to contest. He's holding Fresno State up here. But it won't be for much longer, though. Fresno State, they are going to be able to reach our first checkpoint of the night. And they're going to be able to gain a fresh little, quick little reset here. They got 4 minutes to continue this push. Damage has been done a little bit, though, by Chingus. But in the meantime, though, Fresno State, they are continuing to just push on through. Once they got out of spawn here, they've just been showing an absolute phenomenal performance on the attack here. They really haven't shown no signs of stopping here. And no... Never mind. A vulnerability field coming on in. Tsushima coming on through and getting a kill on Sebastian. That was on the Ramatra. That is huge coming on through, and now Fresno State, they're going to continue to power through. As now Astro Hippie goes down, and Sundown just stepping up here when needed. As the Fresno State tank, he's making his presence felt here on the Reinhardt. And Fresno State is just continuing to push. One thing to be cautious, though, is Sebastian. He's going to be nano boost for a little bit. In addition to that, he is very close to that annihilation. And we've seen what an annihilation can do to this Fresno State team. But right now, UCLA, they're contending, and they are finally getting the kills they need. As UCLA, they're going to be able to get a few kills here and force Fresno State to retreat on back. And looking at win conditions, looking at ultimate, Sebastian does have his annihilation up and available. Alongside that, you do also have the Deadeye available. We'd love to see just full usage coming on in. Use the Deadeye, combine that with an Earth Shatter. Hope we get a kill or two. But right now, using the Mate for control, and the Deadeye is going to be able to get one. And here's that annihilation coming on into play. And that is a clean sweep coming on in from UCLA. That is a team kill. And now UCLA winning 2 straight team fights in a row. Good composition change here. I do like the switch coming on in from Sebastian. And the Nano Boost working out perfectly with the Ramatra. Not even a Nemesis form either, so that was crucial. We'll see if Fresno State is going to be able to do anything here on the switch. Sundown's going to be anti at the moment, but the V-drop going to come in at the perfect time. The Blizzard going to come on through, and that's just going to leave Bastard Hippie there. That little bastard is going to go down. And right now at the moment, so now he's going to be forced to retreat on back, and it's going to last much longer as Sebastian and Nemesis form is going to be able to take down one. And now UCLA is going to be able to find opportunity here, but KCB is saying not so fast as that overclock is active, and he's going to be able to get one. Has potential here to maybe get a second, but unfortunately, a couple UCLA members able to escape with their lives. But Fresno State DPSs, despite losing a tank, are going to make some, are going to be able to get some damage done. And KCB, he's able to get one more. And now Fresno State, they're in a team fight. Sebastian in Nemesis mode is doing what he can to keep UCLA in this and maybe stop this, what could be the last team fight for Fresno State if they're not able to do anything. But fortunately for them, with the clock winding down, they were able to do just enough to reach the second checkpoint. And now Fresno State, they're going to have 2 minutes to push on up and reach that final objective. And now we got an artillery strike coming on in from Master Hippie. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to hit for much. Fresno State grouping on up. Then Reinhardt being the main shield. KCV makes the switch over to the Widowmaker. We know KCV can hit his shots on the soldier, but the question is, will he be able to do anything with the sniper in hand? Isn't able to hit that first shot. Shushime already in a bad spot, is going to be antied, but luckily is going to be attempted to be healed on up. And Nurse Shatter is available as Sebastian is currently taken out of play at the moment alongside Astro Hippie. But Chinggis makes the switch over to the Widow as well and already gets 2 phenomenal kills. And right now he's playing back, but he's taking out some key factors for the side of Fresno State. As Sundown is kind of forced to retreat on back. Fresno State, they're near meters away from finishing this off and getting 3 points up on the board. They just need one team fight to go into their favor. But however, they do have to be cautious though, as a lot of respawn points available for the side of UCLA. So if they're going to win this team fight, it's going to have to be fast, it's going to have to be quick. And with that annihilation available, Sundown kind of forced to play on back. The Earth Shadow's going to come on through, but that's not going to stop that Ramatra. Sundown is unfortunately going to go down. Astro Hippie able to get one as well on Tsushime. On Tsushime, I mean. And Fresno State is forced to play on back. Wait, hold up, what? Who's on the objective?
Score 0-2.
Oh wait, never mind. They ran out of time. My bad. My bad.
Initiating match.
So UCLA there were able to maintain all the way up to the very last second. We're able to wind down the clock. A good timed annihilation coming on in from Sebastian. That's going to put them, or limit Fresno State rather, to just 2. But now the question is, at the moment, what more can be done if you are UCLA? Are you going to be able to respond on the attack? That's the question. We're looking at the compositions.
Someone needs to fill this out.
Junker Queen could be an interesting pick from Sebastian if it does end up coming on through.
We're in the thick of it now.
In addition, we have the Widowmaker coming on through as well. We've seen Astro Hippie do some phenomenal damage. Or rather, we've seen some phenomenal damage coming on in from the Widowmakers. We've seen from both sides. And then KCV going to be switching over to the Reaper, and Tsushima going to be opting for the Cassidy.
5, 4.
So it's just going to be a matter of how much time it's going to take for UCLA to come out of their spawn. And with things starting off, a lot of damage coming on in for the side of Chungus. Chingus. And already off rip, similar to the way how things started for Fresno State. It's going to be the Zenyatta that's going to be going down first. Sebastian trying to attack that Fresno State backline. But Fresno State, they're not worried about the hamster. They're just trying to make sure they hold UCLA up to a point, and they're doing just that.
Keep a lookout.
As Fresno State, they're keeping UCLA at bay currently at the moment. It's not going to be their risk. They're going to be coming on through. Sushme is going to be low, but Lucky is going to be able to force on back. A rapid fire shot's coming on through. And with the Zarissa switch, it's allowing UCLA to kind of push on through. We're seeing kills coming on in from both sides. The tank is going to be gone. And Sushme making his Prince vote as he's going to be able to get two. Astro Hippie, though, able to come out from spawn and does have an opportunity to do some major damage here. And Yuan able to play as essentially the third DPS. As the Zenyatta has made his presence felt, he's going to be able to get two, and UCLA, they're out of spawn, they're going to be able to push on through. And now we have both teams meeting up at this little curve in the road. We already do have one ultimate available from Benaria alongside the Deadeye. Sundown going to be antied at the moment. He's going to have to try his best to stay alive, and he's going to be able to do just that. A Deadeye available from both sides now. Sushme's Deadeye is going to be activated. It's going to capitalize for one, but Sundown able to also get Chingus as well. And this is going to force UCLA to be delayed. Chingus is already going to do some major damage here on the Cassie, and with that Deadeye available, he could do it once again, but in the meantime, that's going to be put to a halt. And Fresno State, they are going to have to be cautious as well, as Sebastian is very close to his Terror Surge. As three ultimates are going to be close. Almost every single ultimate actually is going to be available for UCLA here in the short time, as the Nano Boost is almost available as well. Astro Hippie's going to pop his ultimate, and now all of Fresno State is going to be able to be spotted. Sundown counter force retreat on back. Chingus is going to be the one that's going to be nano boosted by Algernon, and it's already making his presence felt as two members of Fresno State go down. And the Terror Surge activating on through, and it's going to be able to take down PB Cord alongside Benari, and with that, UCLA are going to be able to reach the checkpoint with about a minute left. That should be able to bump them up to about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to be able to advance on into the next point. So right now, at the moment, UCLA, they still have two ultimates available, one of them being Chingus's Deadeye. But in the meantime, though, Fresno State is close to finally getting their second and third ultimates for the match, coming on in from the side of Sundown alongside PB Cord. Astro Hippie, though, able to get a headshot on PB Cord, and that's going to force him to play back a little bit. KCV, though, able to get one on Sebastian, and that's one tank out of play here in the meantime. Chingus, though, able to keep up using Cassidy's kit well, as he is able to take down Sushime. And KCV just trying to do as much damage as he can, try to get that pulse bomb up and active, and it is going to be up and active alongside that Terra Surge. I would love to see this come on into combination. We do also have a Kitchen Rush, and as well as PB Cord's ultimate as well. The pulse bomb going to be activated, but won't be able to hit for anything. The Kitchen Rush is going to be up and active as well. And a whole bunch of ultimates coming on to play. Fresno State going to be invulnerable for a little bit of the time being, and are going to get a little bit of a boost. KCB able to capitalize off it, is able to get one. And Fresno State are going to win this battle 3-for-2 in the short time being. And I think that's going to be put to a halt there, as both teams are kind of forced to retreat on back, but KCB continues to dive on into the back line. And with one remaining member left being Sebastian, UCLA is going to be killed and are going to be put onto a hold around 75% of the way to the checkpoint. Payload put to a stop, as both snipers for UCLA are trying to find some way to deal a little bit of damage. Sushime going to be able to get taken out, though, with a good headshot coming on in from Master Hippie. And KCB diving alongside that back line as PB Cord showing he's not the only support that can deal some damage. But KCB, the nuisance to UCLA, is going to be taken on out. Comms coming on in through left and right and center. The Terror's going to come on in through from Sebastian, but that's just going to force retreat. Fresno State back into a different position. PB Cord going to be able to one that secures the final strike in on Sebastian. That is forcing Fresno State to force UCLA back. Tsushima, the one that makes the switch onto the Sojourn. And in the meantime, though, UCLA has 1 minute left to have one good team fight. And continuing on to this trend, Chingus has had that Deadeye available for a long time. And the question is, when he does decide to activate it, when will it be enough to be able to do anything? In the meantime, though, the Kitchen Rush is going to be active alongside the Pulse-Bomb. The Pulse-Bomb not going to be able to strike for anything. Tsushima able to get a kill with the Railgun. And Fresno State, they're just plowing their way on through. And with 2 ultimates available, I don't think it's going to be enough, as this dive composition here that came in late for UCLA may not be enough. They're going to try their best to reach the checkpoint, kind of force an overtime period to allow their team to regroup. But is it going to be enough time? It will not be. Fresno State is going to be able to tie things up in this best of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be making our way over to push. As Fresno State, they're going to be the ones that take over and are able to win things out. 2-1. PB Cord doing a phenomenal job on the Zenyatta, something I've been waiting 4 months to be played by Fresno State. And play of the game once again, gonna come on in from Sebastian on the Ramatra. And now we are just gonna be waiting for the map picks and bans. I'm gonna go ahead and head on into the room, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you the state of the atmosphere. You are watching the Collegiate Esports Clash coming on in on the Bakersfield Esports Center channel, as we are now equalized 1-1 in our second match of this round robin. Alright, we are back. Our map bans and picks have come on in, and UCLA is going to be quick picking up New Queen Street. So we're making our way over to Canada to finish things off in our second match of this round robin. So we'll see how things go. As we're waiting for just both teams to be able to ready up, and we'll go ahead and we'll get this next match started. But after where UCLA were just barely able to edge out Fresno State in the previous attack, it was Fresno State that were able to edge out UCLA over on control, mainly in part to a strong defense that was just able to hold after the second point. And a big key factor to that is one of the newest members of Fresno State in PB Cord. And just to give a little bit of background on PB Cord is the newest Grandmaster Senior coming on in for Fresno State. In his last semester, he decided to join the Overwatch team, and already he's been making his presence felt. And you saw it there with the new Zenyatta coming on through. So we'll go ahead and we're just waiting for both teams to ready up so we can get things started and up and running. And like I said, the winner of this match sets themselves up in prime position to earn that bye and head straight on into the finals. If UCLA wins, that makes them 2-0 on the round robin, and we'll have Fresno State taking on Cal Poly for that one spot in the finals. Whereas if Fresno State wins, I believe they will be earning their spot in just to conserve time. I will go ahead and I will be double checking with the teams. It's either that or they're going to be playing their third match against Cal Poly. But we will find things out as we are waiting for both teams to get readied up. But in the meantime, though, I will go ahead and talk about the event as it has been really good here. We had Rocket League starting things off at 9 o'clock where we had Fresno State take on a make-believe college in Golden State, where we had the Fresno State coach come on in as well as an additional player here at the eSports Center come on through. And unfortunately, it was Golden State that were actually able to take the match against two varsity Fresno State players and their coach against two other Fresno State varsity players and a sub. In addition to that, we did also have Valorant play as well, where we had Fresno State's varsity red team come on through in addition as well. And once again, Golden State was able to take over and beat the Dogs as well in that. And now that brings us over to here where we have three fantastic teams that made the hour-and-a-half drive over from their respective parts to Bakersfield to participate in this event held by the Bakersfield eSports Center. And it looks like both teams are up and ready to go. We're finally going to be able to jump on into New Queen Street.
Traveling to New Queen Street. Initiating
And you're looking at that signature hockey statue over onto push. The Canadian maple leaf flags flying high and proud in the winter snow. As we make our way on over to push, the newest game mode that was added to Overwatch right at the start of Overwatch 2. Gonna be interesting to see how things play out, knowing Fresno State, they are a team that thrives on push. They try to go for that first push, and then they just try to snowball that momentum on through for the rest of the match. Are they going to be able to keep that streak alive? We're about to find out as we look at the team compositions. Sundown going to be opting in for the Orisa. KCB going to be going on in on the Tracer. Sushime going to be playing the Sojourn. And then Venari once again going to be opting for the Baptiste, with PB Cord going to be opting for that constant slow healing of Lucio. And as we look at the UCLA side, Sebastian going to be opting for that Ramat. Sorry about that. Gonna be opting in for the Ramatra. That has just been dominant for him over his past 2 matches, both against Cal Poly and Fresno State. Astro Hippie gonna be opting for the Stormfield. The Cassie gonna be coming on in from Chiefs as well. And already off rip, Sushime just plowing, getting some shots on through, taking a little bit of damage, but nothing too concerning as of yet. Yoan, also the sub for UCLA, is coming on through, gonna be opting in for Kiriko. And Algeron is opting for Diana. And it's going to be Fresno State that's going to be getting their first kill on the match. KCV attacking that back line. Spots the Stormbjorn in his sights, but it's going to be forced to kind of retreat on back. Fresno State, they're going to be the ones that are going to force the robots to kind of push forward first. In the meantime, and there we go, as Fresno State, after taking down the tank, they're just going to be able to plow on through to go down before Chinggis is finally able to take down Sundown. And now it's going to be UCLA that's kind of trying to force Fresno State back, trying to get that box, just trying to go back to around midpoint, be able to allow them to be able to push the bot forward into their favor. And we're already looking at ultimates. 2 ultimates already available for Fresno State. We already have the overclock available for Sushime, and Venari also has his ultimate up and available as well. Aldron coming on in at the right time is going to possibly be able to have the opportunity to heal up a member. Sundown going to be slept though. The heal charge is going to take down a turret just for the time being. As both teams, they're remaining back where things all started off. And Sushime is going to be able to activate the overclock, is able to get 1. Can Sushime capitalize and get a second? No, he will not, as C goes down and Sebastian has to be able to combine forces. But not before KCB gets another one. That is a 2-for-2 trade on favor of both sides. But UCLA, they're going to be able to push the robot forward into their favor, as they're going to be able to pass for the stage here. And already off the first 2 minutes of this match, and already we are getting tons of action, momentum already shifting on through. The Primal Rage is going to be available for Sebastian, whereas Fresno State is close to unlocking the Terror Search and possibly combining that with PV for the speed drop. Sebastian spots an opportunity here in this close quarters combat to take down 1, but won't be able to do anything with it. As Fresno State right now, they are working in a numbers favor. They're going to be up in a 5v3 advantage, make that a 5v2 advantage. As now the bot making his way forward to the UCLA half of New Queen Street. And Sundown, they're just going to attack that back line that is kind of being forced to retreat on back. And Fresno State are going to be able to, and with 36 meters, UCLA maintains control as the Kitchen Rush comes on through. 3 ultimates still available for the side of Fresno State. But Fresno State does going to have to be cautious here and be ready to go into cover, as the Deadeye is available on the side of the Druids. Sushime takes a ton of damage there and is forced to retreat on back. Benari forced to pop his ultimate. Kind of does do something here for the dogs. Now they're pushing on through. The feed drop going to be coming on through as well. Sushime able to capitalize and able to get 1. But a DPS goes down for the dogs, but I don't think it's going to be enough though. As now the dogs, they're going to be able to win some of these trades. And overclock available once again, but I don't think he's going to need it. Sushime is able to get another kill with the railgun. And now the bot's going to be pushed 53%. It's getting closer to that objective, and that is going to be the first checkpoint going in favor of the dogs. But Chinggis once again been phenomenal with that grenade, taking out PV Court. And Sushime potentially overextended here for just a little bit. Is going to be stuck. And Sebastian able to get 2 there for UCLA, and that's going to stop the bot where it's at, and they're going to be able to push through. And after 4 minutes of play, it's currently Fresno State here on the lead here in this 10-minute game mode. But anything could happen in these next 5 minutes that are coming up. A couple ultimates still available. That Terrorster still available for Sundown. KCB spotted overextending there as Benari is able to capitalize off of it. And the Primal Rage is also available. Sundown doing his best to stay alive, but Sebastian attacking that Fresno State backline, and now it's going to be UCLA that's going to be able to reach the checkpoint and do have the opportunity to tie things up. And the bot going to reach the checkpoint, going to do his little dance before advancing on through. Things currently tied up here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Sebastian spots a moment to try to pick Fresno State off, but is going to not be able to do anything with it. 3 ultimates still available for Fresno State, but Astro Hippie not going to allow Fresno State to do anything with it. KCB attacking from up top. Gonna be able to get one, but hold up. Fresno State gonna be able to have an opportunity here as 3v3, but never mind. That 3v3 is gonna convert down to a 3v1. As UCLA, they're gonna be the ones that are pushing on through and pushing forward quickly. 4 minutes left on the clock. Sushime gonna be able to kind of like push on through, try to be able to change things up. Sundown not even gonna give the opportunity to use his terror search as he's gonna make the switch over to Winston. The dive competition will be coming on in for Fresno State, see if that's going to be able to do anything for them. And already they're already attacking that UCLA backline as they are going to be able to convert to 2. And Sebastian, they're going to force UCLA to kind of retreat on back. The robot going to extend for the dogs and hopefully be able to snowball some momentum forward in their favor. No ultimates on the side of Fresno State, but 2 available with that Deadeye aware from Chingus, but Chingus once again gets another grenade kill. He's been the one that has probably kept up the most momentum of any player in the server at the moment. As Sebastian alongside the rest of UCLA, they're able to pick off Fresno State one after another, just leaving KCB all alone, and now they're going to be able to maintain control of the robot once more. And right now, Astro Hippie getting some shots here. Bang his presence spell with the Widowmaker. The bot kind of retreating on back as Loki is trying to maintain control. Sundown going to try to attack the back line and is going to be able to do so. Getting Astro Hippie, the B drop is going to come on through from PB Court. KCB attacking the back line here. Spots one low, but won't be able to convert there for much. And Donna finally is going to be able to go down. And Fresno State have an opportunity there with just 1 man left alive. Fresno State is going to be able to get 4 for none. And they're going to be able to push on up. With composition change coming on in, with Sushime going to be opting in for the Reaper. And KCB going to be back on the Tracer, and it's going to be very close to getting the Pulse Bomb. Keep in mind though, the Primal Rage is also available for Sundown as well. KCB ready to attack that back line though at any given moment. Gonna be spotted, Bandit is forced to kind of retreat back. Some major damage coming on through. Sushime though is going to be able to play on into the team fight and is going to be able to take out one crucial piece of the puzzle for UCLA. The Pulse Bomb is going to drop and is going to help take down Sebastian, and now Fresno State have an opportunity here to push the bot up and be able to potentially equalize things up. And with 2 minutes left, Fresno State, they're going to need to make this a big push. And they do have an opportunity here with the Kitsune Rush alongside the Death Blossom close and available. Keep in mind though, that Deadeye is still available as the Kitsune Rush is now popped. Benaria, very dangerous critical player, is going to be able to do so as Shinka is going to be taken out of the equation. The Death Bomb Blossom now used but won't be able to convert for anything. EV Core very low as he's trying to run away from this Winston that popped his Primal Rage. And Sebastian still left alive in this battle of the Wittens. Yo1 is going to be the one that gets the final bullet put into Sundown. And here at the moment, 30 seconds left, we got maybe 1 team fight left available. And looking at where both teams are at, is roughly an even playing field. No ultimates really left here that will make the biggest difference. The only one maybe being PB Core with the pulse, with the beat drop, that will make the biggest difference. PB Cord gonna be pushing on through, overextending on into the front line with 6 seconds left. Sushime gonna take down Sebastian. That's one key take taken out of the equation, but one tank also exchanged out now for another. Sushime though winning the battle of the Cassidys, and now Fresno State is gonna be pushing on through in this overtime period. This has to be the final push for Fresno State as all teams are in contention on to the robot. Venari able to get one, and right now things are looking good for the Dogs, but the question is, are they going to be able to gain enough momentum to be able to reach that crucial checkpoint? Suzume pushing on through the post, or the beat drop still available on the side of PB Cord. And alongside that beat drop is also the Deadeye now available for Suzume. It's just a matter of not making sure he's overextended. He's going to activate it. He's waiting for the opportunity, and it is going to be able to convert for one. Sushime gonna be gone, but that's one DPS gone for both sides as we are reaching this final overtime period. Fresno State up at the doorsteps of tying things up, actually not just tying things up, but taking the lead. But PB Cord is gonna be gone as the V drop won't be able to do much, but it's gonna be UCLA that's gonna be able to hold up just enough. And in this best of 3, UCLA is going to be able to hold on long enough. They're going to be able to take the final spot in the finals. They're going to auto-advance on as Fresno State is going to be able to take on Cal Poly in the semifinals in a best of 5. Play of the game coming on in from Astro Hippie.